Hello and welcome to Premier League Game Week 4 predictions. Big Ange is back in the Premier League as they travel to Forest travel to Arsenal. Tomorrow we've got the Manchester Derby on Sunday as well as some other big games for Alexander Isak's first game for Liverpool in for his first game against Burnley at the weekend. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe and let's jump straight into my Premier League predictions for Game Week 4. So we jump straight into Arsenal versus Forest then. Big Ange is back in the Premier League. What a character is. We need people like this in the game and in the Premier League, of course, don't we? Arsenal, very good. Well, they haven't had the best start, actually. Well, they did have a very good win against Leeds. And Manchester United losing 1-0 away in a bit of a cagey game at Liverpool. Forest a bit disappointed. 3-0 loss at home to West Ham after they started decently against Brentford, drawing away at Palace as well. Last time they did play last year was a nice 3-0 home win for Arsenal over Nuno Espirito Santos' Forest. That is now Big Ange's Forest. Arsenal have won on 4 occasions in each of the last 6 years, of course. Arsenal are going to win this. Big Ange, I know it's his first game, but they're not going to stand much chance. And I am going to back Arsenal. Mirola and Milenkovic are going to be chasing Victor Gyökeres. I'm going to back Arsenal by 3-1 in this one. I think Forest will score maybe through Chris Wood or something. But I'm going to back Arsenal to win this by 3-1 over Big Ange's Forest. So backing Arsenal to win this 3-1. Into a lot of the 3 o'clockers we go, and the first one is the Battle of the Bees, and it's Bournemouth v Brighton. Bournemouth, very good win before the international break over Spurs, beating them by a 0-0 after Spurs' start was okay, after beating Man City and Burnley. Bournemouth up to 7th in the league at the moment. Only that loss came away at Liverpool. They've been very good apart from that, although they did really well in that game, were very spirited performance. Bournemouth have won this game at the Vitality on 4 occasions. Brighton only won it twice last season. Brighton did win at the Vitality. Very, very good win for them. Brighton also did the double over Bournemouth this year. Bournemouth will be looking for a bit of revenge. Evan Nilsson up front. I think Brighton have a better, well-rounded team at the moment due to Bournemouth's outgoings. Still got Semenyo and Evan Nilsson, but I am actually going to back Bournemouth in this one to go over the line. Go back the home side to win this by 2-1. I think Iraola's side are looking very, very good this season. Brighton did beat Manchester City last time out as well. Good win for them. But back in Bournemouth to win this over Brighton by 2-1. Crystal Palace take on Sunderland. Sunderland have had an amazing start to their season, winning 2, losing 1, but I think they might come up trumps against a very good Crystal Palace side under Oliver Glasner. No Eze, no problem for Palace, is it really? They've got Mateta up front, they've got Kamada. Still a very decent team. They've still got Guehi and Lacroix. Guehi's moved to Liverpool, did collapse, didn't it? Very good win for them last time, 3-0 winners over Aston Villa, and they did play on Thursday night as well over in Friedrichstad as well. Sunderland beating Brentford at Keith Andrews 2-1. They only lost away at Burnley, which was a bit of a problem for them, but apart from that, they've done okay. They go away to Crystal Palace. I think this could be a bit of a battering, to be honest. Although Sunderland do have a good record at Selhurst Park in the Premier League, winning 3 of the 4 occasions in the last couple of years. I'm going to back Crystal Palace. I think they're going to get over the line. I'm going to go for a nice 4-1 thrashing or a 4-1 home win. I think Palace will get into the right gears in at this one and kind of dominate Sunderland. Back in Crystal Palace to beat Sunderland by 4-1 in this one. Everton, Aston Villa now, and Everton have started okay. Good win over Wolves, good win over Brighton. They only lost a lead on opening day so far. It's not been great for Aston Villa, on the other hand. Only 1 point so far. 0-0 draw at home to Newcastle. 1-0 away loss to Brentford. Then a 3-0 home loss to Crystal Palace. And if you think Villa might be, Unai Emery could be under a bit of pressure if they did lose this one at the Hill Dickinson Stadium on Saturday afternoon. Villa do have a good record against Everton in recent years. 2-1, 1-0, 2-0, 0-0 and a 1-0 away win. So they have been good at Goodison. Can they replicate that? Jack Grealish again against his former side in Aston Villa. Of course, he'll be looking to do one over on them, but I still think half the Villa fans do love him. Everton in 5th, Villa in 19th. I'm going to back the Villains in this one. To get over the line, I'm going to go for a nice 1-0 scrappy away win. I think Villa will grind it out under Unai Emery and maybe a Watkins goal will seal the deal. But back in Aston Villa to beat Everton in this one. Fulham leads now. Yeah, Fulham doing okay so far. They got really unlucky against Chelsea, didn't they? They're not actually doing okay. They're doing actually horribly. They haven't won a game so far this season. Currently sitting on 2 points, drawing 2, and losing 1. Leeds are doing all right. 4 points so far this season. Won 1-0 at home to Everton. Lost 5-0 away at Arsenal. Still sitting on -4 goal difference. Absolutely crazy stuff. And they are currently 12th in the Premier League. They did draw at home to Newcastle, 0-0. Newcastle not having a great start either. Last time these sides did play in the Premier League was a 2-1 win for Fulham, and it was also a 3-2 away win for Fulham back in October 2022. Fulham have got a decent record, I think, at home against Leeds. Won 4, drawn 3, lost 2. So, yeah, not too bad. But this game could still go any of 2 ways. But I am going to back the home side. I'm going to back Fulham to win this. I'm going to go for a nice 2-0 home win for the Cottagers, whatever their nickname is. I'll go back Fulham to win this by 2-0 over Leeds United in this one. I think it'll be quite a nice win for Fulham in this one over Leeds by 2-0. Into the last of the 3 o'clockers then, and Newcastle take on Wolves. I don't think Wissa's already been sidelined and ruled out for this fixture, so we won't get to see him in action, and maybe Newcastle are going to have more frailties in front of goal. Wolves did lose to Everton, 3 losses out of 3 for Vitor Pereira's side. No good players, haven't really invested in the summer. Haven't really bought anybody in so far. Last time they did play was back on the 15th of January, a 3-0 win for Newcastle, and then it was a 2-1 win back at Molineux on the 15th of September 2024. Yeah, 9 wins for Newcastle, 9 draws and 4 losses. They've won 5 times and drawn 3 and lost 1. I am going to back the Geordies. I think they'll finally get off the line. Vitor Pereira will have us a mare start as Wolves' boss. So yeah, back in Newcastle to win this by 2-0. I am going to. And yeah, they'll get off the line and finally get some a win on the board for Newcastle. Into the 5:30 kickoff, and it is West Ham versus Tottenham. Yeah, this one's an interesting one because West Ham haven't been exactly great, but then they did go and beat Forest 3-0. That is the Premier League. That is English football in a nutshell. Spurs did lose before the international break at home to Bournemouth. They'll be looking to do a little bit better than that. Did beat Man City and beat Burnley as well. So yeah, not a bad start for Thomas Frank's side. They'll be looking to beat West Ham away in this one. These 2 sides have played. We'll give you the stats. West Ham have won this 6 occasions at the London Stadium or at Upton Park. 3 draws and 5 wins. For Spurs, each of the last 3 fixtures at the London Stadium have finished in a 1-1 draw, so maybe we are leaning towards that. Graham Potter will be looking to continue the momentum of winning 3-0 away at Forest after they did get battered by Sunderland and Chelsea in their first 2 games. I am going to back a Tottenham win. I think Thomas Frank does look really, really good this season for Spurs. I know it was a little blip against Bournemouth, but that occasionally happens. I'm going to back the Spurs in this one to win by 2-1 and beat West Ham in this one quite convincingly. And yeah, I think they might have a load more shots, but they just can't finish their chances. But yeah, that is Spurs. And yeah, then to win 2-1 over West Ham in this one. Final game on the Saturday night at 8 o'clock. Stupid kickoff time, but that's what it is. It's Brentford, it's Chelsea, it's a London derby. It's at 8 o'clock. G-Tech, this one, João Pedro is in, well, great form. He is in great form. I think he got a brace, was it, against West Ham? I know he didn't get brace. He only scored 1 goal. Chelsea beat Fulham before the international break. A few controversial issues in that game. Brentford did lose to Sunderland 2-1, but they did beat Aston Villa in what was a big game for Keith Andrews as his first win at home. I still think Brentford are an okay side under Keith Andrews, trying to go what of Thomas Frank left them last season. 15th for Brentford, 1 point above the relegation zone. Not really to be worried about this early on in the season. Last time they did play was on the 6th of April. It was a 0-0 draw. It was a 2-1 win back on the 15th of December. In the Premier League, and then yeah, this one is usually a draw at Brentford. Chelsea have only won here 1 occasion, that was October 2021. I'm going to back a draw in this one, actually. I think Brentford will make it quite hard for Chelsea. I'm going to back a 1-1 in this one between these 2 sides. And yeah, I think Brentford will make it really, really difficult for Chelsea to win this. And that is why I'm backing a 1-1 draw. Into the 2 of the Sunday fixtures, and it is Burnley taking on Liverpool. Not really a lot to say apart from I think Liverpool absolutely batter these. Arne Slot has said that Isak probably won't play more than 60 minutes, which is completely understandable as he's still probably not up to fitness. He's still probably a pre-season player, to be honest, but probably not that bad. But yeah, Liverpool will need to be up and firing for this one. Burnley have been okay. They did beat Sunderland, which is okay because Sunderland have looked okay this so far this season. So maybe Burnley could cause a little bit of an upset against Arne Slot's side, but I very much doubt it. Liverpool did beat Burnley back in February 2024. The last time Burnley were in the Premier League, it was 2-0 win at Turf Moor. Liverpool are going to win this. I mean, quite obvious. No Frimpong, he's doubtful for this week. Burnley have a few injuries to their name as well. I am going to back Liverpool to win this. I'm going for a nice 3-0 away win and Liverpool to win this quite comfortably in this one. And yeah, beat Burnley by 3-0 quite comfortably. Arne Slot would be 4 from 4 for Liverpool. They're playing crap and they're still winning games. So yeah, 3-0 to Liverpool in this one. And then the final game, which takes place this Sunday, and that is Manchester City and Manchester United at 4:30 at the Etihad. Anthony Taylor's the referee. Game might be robbed already. Last time these sides did play, we'll briefly mention it, was a 0-0 draw back at Old Trafford, but the famous one was on the 15th of December. It was a 2-1 away win for Manchester United. That was the same kickoff time, and Amad Diallo won it. These sides have played at the Etihad. Man City have won 7, drawn 2, lost 6. So fairly even on the head-to-head. United seem to do okay when they're under less pressure, like last season when they were in that title fight with Solskjaer. Title fight, not really a title fight. Currently 9th in the table, Manchester United at the moment. Not amazing, not great, but it's okay. It's ahead of Manchester City, but Man City can jump Manchester United if they win this. Haaland is available, and yeah, United they'll be playing Cunha and Burma, all that lot. Yeah, no, Cunha's out injured, I believe, and so is Mount. Mount's always injured, though. Good win for United last time over Burnley, 3-2. 2-2 against Grimsby, of course, they lost on penalties in that one. Good about Man City in this one, and Pep Guardiola get back to winning ways. They need to get back to winning ways after those back-to-back defeats to Spurs and Brighton, but back in Man City for a nice 3-1 home win in this one, and yeah, City to get a good, nice, convincing win over their local rivals Manchester United in this one. So yeah, City to win this by 3-1. Thank you very much for watching my Premier League predictions game week 4. If you did like the video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all of that good stuff. And yeah, I'll be back for EFL review on Monday, probably. So yeah, don't forget to stay tuned for that. And I'll speak to you all on the next one.